Are we ready?
Yeah. part
You
this
look
part
good,
right
son.
here kills me because I have like a receding hairline
Oh,
right there.
that
As
looks
a
fine
person who
though.
cuts hair, that irritates the hell out of me.
It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoners War video. Today is going to be a very, very interesting video for you all because, as you guys know, the Summoners War community or Summoners War. Look at his face. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoners War video. In today's video, we're going to be bringing you guys a Get to Know Me video games edition. Now, I'm really excited about doing this because, as you guys know, Comptos recently connected with the Street Fighter collab. So it just has basically been in my mind about all the games that I used to play along the way. So one of our good friends, one of Nelly and my good friends here, Jaded Gamer, recently made a video and called us out at the end of the video. So I talked to Nelly and I said, hey, what's going on, my man? You down to make this video? Do you want to do a collab? And he said,
You damn right, baby.
yeah, he said you do right. So that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. We got about 8 questions for you. There's a long list of questions, but we wanted to narrow it down since we got 2 people here. And we just want to go ahead and let you guys know what we're about, who we are. So I guess the first question, we'll start out with Nelly here. The first question that we got on this list is the game that has a lasting impression on you. What is your game?
Okay, I can't even lie. I'm an Xbox person. Sorry, majority of people out there. But yeah, Xbox 360 has this place where you get to download random games. There's this indie game by Warner Brothers Games / Super Giant Games called Bastion. Beautiful game, beautiful music. The artwork is phenomenal, and I definitely recommend it to so many people. It's yeah, I played it for like maybe 2 hours one day and never forgot about it.
Nice, nice, nice. So the game for me was Warcraft 2. So I guess one thing that we could start out with now. I'm 38 years old, Nelly. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. So people can kind of get an idea of like our differences here. I actually thought, I ain't gonna lie, buddy, I thought you were like 28, 29. So I was hoping to see. I'm glad that you're in the 30s because you're definitely gonna know a lot of games that we play here. But yeah, getting back to mine, Warcraft 2. Growing up, I had that, man. That was a good time here because again, I got to see all the original computers, all the PCs coming up, and getting introduced to the Pentium 1 chip. Oh man, that just opened up a lot of opportunities when it comes to graphics and quality. And one of the games that came out for me was Warcraft 2. And out of all the genres that I like to play, real-time strategy was one of my favorite, and that really brought it home for me. It was a neighborhood favorite. I had like 4 or 5 friends that all lived close, so we got a chance to play. That was the cool thing to do. Once we got done playing outside, everyone went home. They went, they got their dinner. They were getting ready to go to bed. We would sneak downstairs to our basement and unconnect all of the phone lines so we can connect our modems and get it going. So that was it, man. That we got, oh man, we raged if somebody picked up the damn phone. My dad can cut me off a few times. Like he got super mad when he did, but outside of that, it was a good time.
I remember those days of sneaking down.
Yeah, that the sneaking it down and setting up the phone, I just couldn't get enough of it. So that was me. Next question that we got from this list was the game that hit an emotional spot in your heart. Again, I'm going to start with you, Nelly.
Okay, I can't even lie, Daddy-O. It's a game that we all play. It's a game that we playing right now. As y'all see me looking down, I'm farming, baby.
I'm farming too, yeah.
It's got to be Summoner's War, man, because it's not only a game, but the community itself. Like, I have met some of the most amazing people in my life and some of the most inspirational people in my life because of this a video game that you play on your phone, baby. Little megabytes, but friendships for life. Like, definitely hits home really, really smoothly. Never would be where I'm at right now without this game, really.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about that is like that was like I wanted to go back into video games, but if I had to pick like a recent game, then that definitely would be Summoners War, because Summoners War, like you stated earlier, it's definitely hit home for me. The community has just been outrageously amazing over the past 6 years, so I can't get enough of them. But if I had to talk about a game that I used to play, the one for me was EverQuest. That was my first chance of getting into that was my first time getting into like a fully blown MMORPG, where you got a chance to essentially be this character and just put yourself immersely into this game. And, at that time, it was the end of high school, early college for me. So, and again, you guys would have probably expected, but I was like the common denominator of every joke growing up. I was bullied a lot, got put down a lot. And this was just, I was very overweight. I was like 330 pounds when I was at the age of 19, first year of college here. So all of y'all gained the freshman 15. I gained the freshman 43. Like it was a bad time for me in my life. So this kind of game was just a way of getting away from the real world and being able to play with people that weren't judging you, that weren't like looking at you differently. They looked at you for the character that you are, and you got to live that character, through and through. So it was really cool.
Live that life.
Yeah, I lived that life. It was a really cool experience, and it got a chance. Like I really started to get into my competitive mode there, that led into other games here. So I really had a blast with it, and wouldn't change anything about it. Like lost a lot of college years, a lot of time.
Sleep.
Yeah, a lot of sleep. Yeah, and probably screwed up a lot of grades, but it was a good time. It was a good time. All right, what do we got here for the next one? Oh yeah, favorite game as a kid. So take it back, Nelly.
Okay, yo, I'm sorry. I learned English by watching so much Disney movies that my mom's like, "You know English," and I was talking in Spanish, like, "No, I don't. It's hard." What's your favorite song in Aladdin? And I was saying all the words.
Mhm.
That's English. So I got to admit, that always held a nice big part of my heart. And growing up, we didn't really have video games like that. We had Nintendo because it was a hand-me-down from my older cousins. So when we got the Sega Genesis from an older cousin, there was Aladdin. You get, like, I will admit, the Sega Genesis version of Aladdin, from you running the streets of Agrabah to you breaking into the palace, you jumping through all the obstacles that are in the song of A Friend Like Me by Robin Williams. Like, I gotta admit, like, it had everything that I loved about the movie in the game. So simple, so easy. I'm sorry, it was the greatest game ever as a kid. So
There you go.
take it by far.
There you go. So I want to throw something out there before I get into my answer. When you made a comment about Sega Genesis, right now I'm on like episode 3 of the Netflix documentary High Score. It's an interesting documentary talking about the history of video games and how everything came up and all the changes, everything that just kind of led to where we are today. So if any of you guys are like hardcore video gamers that want to know the history, or some of you millennials out there that only know Xbox and PlayStation and all that jazz, and you want to learn why the reason we got this, you got to check this out. And for the hardcore people that have been really keeping up with all the video game like documentaries, please leave a comment in the comment section down below if there's any other video game documentaries that we can check out. Because like I said, right now, like after we get done recording this, Nelly, I'm gonna go finish this. I'm gonna grind out the next 3 episodes. Like that's how much I'm enjoying this series. It's really good stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna have to look it up. I promise you.
Yeah, it's real good. It's real good, my man. So my answer for the favorite game as a kid, is going to be, I'm gonna spin this one. Okay. It's a boxing game for Nintendo. I'm gonna give you one guess.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
You're not gonna guess it. I know you're not.
What? Little Mac? I mean, Mike Tyson's Little Mac?
That's
Mike
what
Tyson's
everybody would guess. And that is a fantastic game. But I gotta flip this one because the boxing game that I'm talking about is Ring King. This game was such an amazing video game for me, and the reason why it was such a favorite to me is because for those that don't know, I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah, so Boricua. Hey, okay. And one of the cool things that I got to do when I was younger was visit a lot of my family down there in Puerto Rico, and one of my cousins, Miguelito, he had a Nintendo. We played a lot of variety games, but he didn't have no Mike Tyson Punch Out. He had Ring King, and that game was just, I don't know what it is, man. I just love the 2D side scrolling kind of aspect to it, and it was just a blast. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Mike Tyson Punch Out was iconic, but the Ring King I just spent a lot more time playing it, and every single time, if we would go back there every summer, my goal was to basically like practice as much as possible so I can beat my cousin, because I never could. He was always the best. So it was definitely my favorite game growing up there. But
hey, Childish, can I throw a side note?
Side note.
Your cousin back in Puerto Rico is Miguelito. Mm-hmm. My cousin who gave me the Nintendo back when we were kids, before we left Puerto Rico, his name was Manuelito.
Nice. I like it. Let's see. I got the next question for you, my man. Top 5 favorite video games. Hit me with it.
All right, yo, check it out. Nintendo 64, Rockstar. Okay.
Rockstar. Okay.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Okay.
It's an adult. It looks like a kid's game. It is for adults. I swear to you. You have to give a drunk scarecrow Alka-Seltzer, and then he gives you money for that. Like,
What?
yes. Childish, try to look. Everybody, look it up. Please look it up. You will die laughing of what the
Wow.
shenanigans were in this. Like, you had to feed cows prune juice, and you know what that makes you do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, hilarity, like super fun, great game, great game. I recommend that to a lot of people.
All right.
Number 2 has to be Summoner's War.
Okay.
It's the game that I've literally stopped playing all other games just to play. League of Legends, then PC games, console games. No, Summoner's War trumps it all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Another classic from this is the 360 land, Halo 3. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That was a beautiful game. I don't even like shooters. I do not like shooters. That is one of my favorite games of all time. That was a fantastic, great art, music, that old like church, like the choir, like beautiful, beautiful. Number 4 has to be League of Legends. For a PC game, that's the game I played like 9.5 years straight, nonstop, until I found Summoner's War. Once I found Summoner's War, it's still on the PC, it's still on the computer, but it's taken a very large hiatus
Mm-hmm.
compared to what we're doing here. And finally, I'm sorry,
You already said I'm sorry.
Melee. I love Super Smash.
Super
Melee.
Smash.
They took the 64 game and they just upgraded it. They didn't change it too much. They just upgraded it, and I think they did a fantastic job. So Melee, I love fighting people. Let's get it.
All right. All right. I like the list. I got my list is like a little mix of I got a little mix of PC and console games as well. So I gotta throw out Warcraft 2. Basically all the Warcraft 1, 2, 3. I played them all growing up. But Warcraft 2 really hit home. It's one of my favorite video games. And then alongside the Blizzard company, I have to give them credit for Diablo 1. Diablo 1 was really nice for me. Enjoyed that game. Got a lot of playing time with that with some of my close friends out there. We enjoyed it, and like I said, it just like it was hard to like motivate ourselves to do other things because all we wanted to do was improve our characters, connect in PvP, and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
The next one I have to throw out EQ because again it hits home for me, so I had to throw it in the list. But if I have to take it back to like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, stuff like that, Street Fighter 2 was actually really big. That's why I actually got super hype when Commodore announced this. And then for the old school RPG fans out there, Zelda was a good one for me, sir. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's a beautiful game.
All right. Here and now we gotta go from like a best thing to a worst thing. So, the game or series that you've never been interested in. Hit me.
Ooh, I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this
I'm
one.
gonna get my summer too.
Ooh, I do not care for any of the 2K anythings. I don't care about football. I don't
Yep.
care about baseball. I don't care
Yep.
about why play a virtual sports game? Meet me outside and I'm gonna smoke you on the court. Let's do it like that. Like, I'm sorry, why play something that I could physically do in real life? I'm here for the adventure. I'm here for the excitement, not to do something I could just go outside and do.
Yeah. Yeah. The genre that same thing basically. The genre that I was not interested in was sports. I played sport games, and the only reason why I played them was because I had friends that liked to play them, whatever. But you never see me go out of my way to play a sports game. I will play Sonic the Hedgehog 200
Ooh.
times before I play any random sport games. And I'm not even a huge fan of like the Sega games per se. I've always enjoyed like the Nintendo. I was pro Nintendo. My friends were Sega, so like that was the thing. Like I got Nintendo. And then they got the Sega Genesis. Then I got the Super Nintendo. Then they got like I think it was like the Dreamcast after that. And then after that, I moved into PC. But we just kept on going back and forth between Nintendo, Sega until we both got PCs. So yeah, that was good times. Let's see here.
I respect that. Nintendo, definitely a good one.
Mm-hmm. The next one that we got for you is a game that never gets old. What is that game for you?
Oh, see, I was gonna say Melee because I mean, just to clappity clap some of your friends, change up the settings, make it a timed match. Who can get the most kills? Make it a lives match. Who will survive? Like that is fun. But if y'all haven't heard of the arcade game that you can get, I downloaded it on my Xbox 360. It's called the Battle Block Theater. Oh my god. One of the greatest, funnest party games I've ever. There is a solo thing that you can do yourself, but when you play it with friends, 1,000 times better than any Mario Party. I promise you.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. The game that never gets old for me is Quake 3 Arena. So for some of you guys that may have,
Great.
we've talked about some like old times growing up back in the day. Quake 3 Arena, first person shooter, super fun game, competitive game. Kind of followed the Doom, the Wolfenstein, those kind of games. Coming up with the Duke Nukem, that kind of followed it and just really turned it up when it comes to like the graphics and the smoothness that game brought. Really, really nice quality game. And actually, it brought that's another one that kind of hit home for me growing up because that was like one of the first times that I got competitive, like truly competitive. Like I would go to tournaments and go to QuakeCon that was hosted
Okay.
a few
We
times.
just had
So
that in Texas.
yeah. That was in Texas that we went to a few times, and so that was really cool, being a part of that. And then at the time that I was big into it was between '99 and like 2003. The best clan at the time, Clan 519, was actually local to me. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. They were based out of Lincoln, Nebraska, so I actually knew a couple of the members. Look at me, I'm like name drop. I actually knew a couple of members in there. Like I felt like
Okay.
I was a Clan 519 groupie. You know what I'm saying? I used to pretend like I was in 519, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that Quake 3 Arena, like we could sit there. One of these days when I get like an opportunity to like just hop on stream and just have a whatever Sunday funny and play whatever. Like if somebody said, "Hey, let's get into some Quake 3 Arena," I'd be like, "I'm down." Like I'm definitely down. So that was a good game. Let's see. The game that everyone should play at least once. You better hit me with like a super unique game so I can download it right now. What's it gonna be, Nelly?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I got to go back to like the answer for like a few questions ago. My from one of the top 5 games. I highly suggest for comical relief, just for some adult gaming, but at its cutest. Please play Conker's Bad Fur Day. You will have a ball. I promise you. Imagine Zelda if there was alcoholics, girlfriend and boyfriend. The ultimate weapon is duct tape. Okay, just paint that picture for yourself.
Okay.
Come on, let's get it.
Yeah, that's a very, very unique game. All right. And let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw a question off the cuff here for you. There was actually a question on the list that talked about like some of your favorite indie games. And I know you said you like to play indie games.
So,
Me personally, I never really got into it, but do you have any other indie games that you like are a big fan of that you want to mention?
just the one from the question number 1, Bastion. I promise you guys, for a soundtrack, very beautiful. The artwork, amazing. As you walk, the map isn't there. The map rises from the ash from nowhere and just builds as you walk. So as you turn around, the world is disappearing. As you walk forward, the world is starting to collect itself.
Okay.
So like just that blew my mind. It was beautiful.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see here. All right. So the answer to mine that everyone should play at least once, and you guys have heard me say it countless times on stream. I'm gonna give some love to the I'm saying here. I'm looking at my list. Why can't I read it? Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars.
Ooh, yeah.
MOBA. Massive online battle arena. Brawl Stars by Supercell. It's a mobile game that you guys can literally download it right now. That actually crippled my YouTube channel when I brought it out. So for those that don't know, obviously I stuck with Summoner's War for the longest time, and I was looking for a game for quite some time to mix it up and play that was different from the gotcha genre, right? And when Brawl Stars came out, that really sat well with me because that kind of brought me back to some of the first person shooter, but also have that a little bit of like strategy kind of aspect to it. And the cool thing about this game is that it's super simple and it's just like you can literally get out for a couple minutes and be satisfied. You don't have to sit there and grind this game all day long, as if you're missing out on something. And then I think
Especially if you're climbing. If you're
yes,
climbing the ranks, 3 or 4 games a day is very fun and very enjoyable.
yes. And then it also, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that I think I said it. You can get into the game really quick, but it's not a game that's driven by money. It's a
Mhm.
skill oriented game. If you understand the concept of the game, if you understand what your different types of brawlers, which are the characters in the game, do, you can have the sky's the limit when it comes to what you could do and how you can win. There's so many combinations you could do. There's no wrong way to play the game. So
And
it's
not to
super fun.
mention the brawlers are amazing too,
Yeah,
like, the different characters they have,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. When I got into the game originally, I think it had like 15 to 16, maybe 17, and now they got well over think 34, 35 now brawlers. So and well over 24 maps, or like 8 or 9 different game modes, and tons of maps between them. Like there's so many different options for everybody's like own play style. So really, really cool. Definitely encourage you guys to check it out one time. And if you do, then you got to hop on over on a Sunday stream when we're not doing any RTAs or Guild War battles, and just say, hey, let's play some Brawl Stars. And I'll be like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. So I'm glad we kind of talked about the different genres here, because that's our last question that we got for the community here. The favorite genre. What is your favorite? And if you want to like, I wrote, I ain't gonna lie, Nelly, I wrote down 3 because I can't really.
I wrote down 2.
I wrote down 2. Okay. Okay.
I was like, a slash is the slash. It's still one thing.
Yeah.
But no, like for me, being the youngest in my family, I've always had to share things.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to be greedy.
Yes.
So I used to love one player. So for me, RPGs are the thing of lang, because if I'm gonna play Link, oh, I want to play, it's a 1-player game, go away. Like you get to hog that to yourself. Like the Halo campaign, I want to know, but it says player 2. Shut up.
There it is.
Like I want to keep it all to myself. But my next favorite, I wasn't a sports fan, but I love racing. So like from back in the day, Sega Genesis, Mario Andretti Racing. With the pixelations, you just barely see a tire kind of turn, but the track is coming at you. To like the Need for Speed Most Wanted series. Like I love racing games. I love proving that I can build something, and I'm you might get the first lap on me, but it's a 3-lap race, baby. I'm coming for them cheeks.
Coming for them cheeks. I like it. So, and it's funny because I think I have to mention something too here. So my top 3, RPG, real-time strategy, first-person shooter. And that was kind of obvious, but I don't know how you would coin this one. But I want to take a step back for the people out there that had a Nintendo. I don't know what genre this is. Maybe you can explain. But Star Fox. Do you remember the game Star Fox?
Ooh,
What
yes.
that was another game that had a lasting impression on me as well, because that was like the first time I seen in a console game that they brought in like the 3D like space kind of like you can turn around. I don't know what you want to call it, but it just felt like there was a world within it. It wasn't just like all 2D stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
No, definitely. That is a great game.
Do you know, would that be like adventure? Like space adventure?
I would think so, yeah, because
Adventure?
like it is an RPG, because technically you are role playing as, Star Fox. You have missions and stuff, but it is an adventure game, because at the end of it there's a quest, like there's strategy, there's obstacles and objectives you got to match. But like do a barrel roll, like yes sir,
Right.
like
Yeah. It was fun. I loved all the little the people that did these sound effects, and the voice for all the characters were really, really good as well. All right, so yeah, that is our list, guys. Get to know me video games editions, brought to you by NellytheGod and ChildishPlays. And as Mr. JD the Gamer did, we have to finish off the video with 3 people that we want to go ahead and pass the torch to go ahead and possibly do this as well, and share it with their community. So as always, you're my guest, Nelly. I gotta throw it out there, because once you hear my list, I need you to be like, ooh. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give
my list cuts yours list in half somehow. You know what I'm saying?
actually, I'll give you the full. I'm gonna give you the option, because I've been always giving you a chance to say your answers first here. Would you like to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll allow the host to go first.
Okay, because now you're gonna have to get your pencil paper out, because you gotta change this here. Okay, I'm gonna hit the community with this one. Okay, there's so many people that I want to pass this on. It's outrageous. Okay, but if there's one thing that I've enjoyed growing up as a kid, is not the opinion of just a video gamer per se, but the opinion of a female video gamer. Okay, there's something about the females in the video gaming world that just excite me to no end, since it's such a male driven kind of thing. And I would love to know what kind of games inspired the females to get into it. What kind of games had lasting impressions, their favorite games. I want to know everything there is to know about like what they like about this game. So my 3 ladies are going to be Valley Bear, Surin, and now mind you, Valley Bear is a streamer, right? So she might have to come on the channel here to do it if she's down for it. And by the way, if you guys are watching this and you hear there's somebody that you recognize, would you stop doing like spam on their channels, okay? So we can get them to do this. Valley Bear, okay, from the streaming world, Surin from the YouTube and streaming world, and then a person from the YouTube world that some people may or may not know about. She's kind of quiet. She's a quiet storm. Miss CC Line. I want to get her opinion on this because I know she got a pretty fantastic community over there that respect her and the games that she plays. So I would love to have her either on her channel or on my channel, whatever. I want all of them on there. So yeah, okay, that's my list. What's your list?
All right, now I got to admit, Surin was on my list.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
Bravo, bravo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, well, number one is going to be the one homie who I feel is a very intuitive game player. I guess you say he has to break everything down, and that's one thing I appreciate. So, Mystery Hunt.
Mystery Hunt.
Looking at you.
Good one. That's a great one.
And now someone who's coming back to the streaming world, but does game and does enjoy gaming. Very much so. I catch her on other people's streams quite often, even playing in the community games as well. So one time for the one time, Gigiana.
Gigiana, look at that. Bringing in the comp to us.
I have to bring her out because like you said, it's interesting to see where they came from as well. But now you already deleted my third pick, so I got to come off the cuff right now. So just woo out the bam. Just got to come up with something tasty right now. I'm going to have to go with, J-Mac. I want to know what you do, Daddy-O. I want to know what you do.
J-Mac. There you go. There you go. Good. All right. Well, that's our list there for the Get to Know Me Video Game Edition. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out NellytheGod, I appreciate you doing so. I will leave some links in the description down below, so you guys can go ahead and check out our stuff here on YouTube and Twitch. NellytheGod, thank you so much for agreeing to come on board with me and do this collaboration. I appreciate your time, sir.
Hey, honored to be here with you, Daddy-O.
All right. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy, NellytheGod and Childish with ChildishPlays. Checking out. Take care. And we will see you all in the next one. We're out.